are you?
Super good. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very
so
much
cool.
for your
We
time.
are glad to have you here for this 22nd edition of the DJ Awards.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations for your nomination in Progressive House category.
I'm so pleased. You know, I won last year.
Yeah.
And 19 years ago, I had the newcomer when I was a newcomer in Ibiza, of course. So I said, I remember last year, it's so rewarding. You may win or not, but already being nominated, you know, after so many years in the business, you know, it's very rewarding. You feel like you're still in the thing, you know what I mean?
This theme of the awards is no more plastic.
I know.
Can you say a few words about that?
Yes, I heard when the guys about, you know, early in the summer, they come up with this idea, and I thought it was perfect because, you know, we, all the DJs and all the dance music community, you know, in a way, first we have a lot of exposure in the things we say. So, for example, if we all start saying, okay, guys, no more plastic, no more, a lot of people is going to follow. So it's a good idea. The same way, for example, in Argentina, I hope I do some help some charity events because it's very easy for me to reach all my followers with that. In this same way, it's very easy for us DJs here in Ibiza and from Ibiza to all over the world to share this message about no more plastic. You know, we have, you know, I think only Trump is the only one still saying this is not a problem. You know, we all know it's a problem. So it's very important to how I say, we all act in a more mature way and be more responsible.
Yes, and we have a responsibility as musicians,
of
DJ.
course, yes, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. We have a big following. You know, some DJs more or less, but in total, there's a lot of people following club music. So if we all start being more serious about this, you know, a lot of people are and it's gonna pass the same message to other people, and you know, and I think it's gonna, in the end, it's gonna be a really good thing.
Yeah.
Then we can say all together, plastic,
no more.
Regarding this theme and our own concept, we'd like to ask you, what connection can you find between electronic music and nature?
Well, I think that one of the things I always liked, even I grew up in the electronic music since I was a kid because I'm 54 now and I started playing at 12. So since a very young age I got into the electronic music, and compared to other kinds of music, you know, electronic music followers and fans and lovers and the people that work in the industry, they're all very people that are very friendly and conscious about, you know, the world and the thing. The whole scene worldwide is very like very people is very peaceful, you know. Like, for example, you know, you go to different festivals and more there's, you know, places where everybody has this own ideas about how to improve the world. You know, it's a very peaceful and a big communion of you know, thinkers. So I think electronic music and nature, and especially help the nature, is a really good combination.
Yeah.
The Woodstock spirit is very present in electronic music.
Completely at all. And actually, you know, if you say that, you know, the music I play, which is called progressive house, in my way comes from the progressive rock of that kind of time. You know, like all the melodic and more like a trippy, mantric kind of elements in the melodies, you know, and it's the same that you can find, you know, I go every year to Burning Man Festival in Nevada. I just come out 2 weeks ago from there, and everybody shares the same ideas about this. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's very easy for us to transport that from those places to everywhere in the club music industry.
What about inspiration? You take inspiration from nature, from some kind of nature, maybe the quietness of nature or the battering of elements? Absolutely.
You know, like we DJs also have the privilege to travel around the world every weekend, and we get to know and exposed to incredible places. Like, for example, 2 weeks ago I was at Burning Man in the middle of the desert, and then yesterday I was with my daughters in the south of Argentina in the mountains with the ski, you know, and snow. Yeah, yesterday. I just arrived. And then in 2 weeks I'm in the forest in Colombia, and then in 4 weeks I'm in Australia and Japan. And from every place you go to you are exposed to some nature, you know, not outside the city, and everywhere there's some interesting things. I was reading about on the way on the plane coming here that about this Japanese producer that he was traveling all over the world recording he wants to make a record just with the nature sounds,
Okay.
you know, not using any sample or anything, just, I mean, samplers. He record the sounds and then he create the music with that, and that's, you know, we all know that there's so much music in nature, you know. It's just
Yeah.
you just need to pay the right attention.
Yeah, to listen.
Yeah, exactly. It's there actually for all of us.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Ibiza is kind of the perfect reunion of electronic music and nature. Do
Mm-hmm.
you have time to enjoy the island when you're here, to wander a bit?
Yes, of course. You know, like I think I've been lucky to come Ibiza for 20 something years, and I know a lot of people that lives here, and they always know the secrets about where are the best
Yeah.
places. You know, not to cry the specific places, or if you go to Formentera, you know, it's only half an hour on the ferry or less, and it's incredible place. So. Some people, I think, they think Ibiza just about like a clubbing destination, but the people in the know that's only a big part of it.
Yeah.
The big part is the nature, not the club. You know, we all enjoy clubbing and music and that, but the things, actually, you can find good club nights all over the world, but some things you can find in Ibiza in the nature side, they are so unique. You know.
Yeah. And is there one specific spot that you like more than the other here?
Well, I think it's gonna be a bit obvious to say Esvedra, but this is such a magnetic place that we all love and know. And then sometimes I don't always remember the names, but as I said before, I have a lot of friends that live here for many years, and they always said, "I'm gonna take you to this place, that place," and they know places that are magic. And the good thing is that then the next day you want to go back, and you don't even know how to get there. You know, it's
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
must know,
yeah, exactly. But it's amazing, and sometimes these little restaurants that nobody knows even the name, but
Yeah.
you get there and you get fantastic food served by the owners, you know.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
amazing, yes.
Yeah. Our own concept Into the Wild is to produce videos of techno sets into nature without audience.
Amazing.
If you had to do some set like that, just you in the middle of nature,
Yes.
where would that be? Where would you choose to do that?
Well, of course, I would choose somewhere in Argentina because it's my country, and it's a big country, you know, and there's so many different places from waterfalls to mountains and ski, different climates and climates. And there's one place called the Valley of the Moon, Valle de la Luna in Spanish, in the province of San Juan, which is like a scene of Mars. You know, it's like a really mind-blowing place.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's better than others, but for Argentinians, it's a very special and spiritual place, and that would be amazing to do a show like that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you Google it, you will
Yeah, we
instantly
will,
know
definitely.
why I say this.
One last question. We
Yes.
know it's not always easy to behave 100% ecologically every day,
Mhm.
but is there one small thing you like to do on a daily basis or every once in a while that make you feel like you participate to the ecological movement?
Well, we all try. You know, in my family, you know, as I said, that we had 3 kids, 3 daughters, and they always come with new ideas, always, because kids, they how you say, they really go. We as adults, we had to adjust to the new ideas and to be more careful. The kids, they are just like that, you know.
They are natural.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes they teach us a lot of things, you know. Like
Yeah.
I always say, like, you know, like a couple of years ago, it was the birthday of one of my daughters, and my wife come and bought some plastic straws, and my daughter says, "No, mom, that's not for my birthday. I'm not gonna use that." You know, things like that.
Yeah.
You know, the kids, they always help us to understand and realize that there's much more than the plastic bag for the supermarket. There are many other ways to help.
Yeah.
And you know, and we try to, you know, in big events where I'm part of in Argentina, you know, to say, okay, no plastic here, no plastic there, you know, or get, you know, better organization of the trash, you know, like there are many ways, you know. It just need to be more, how you say, more well known worldwide, and that's why I said originally at the beginning of this interview that it was such a great idea from the DJ Awards to do this campaign, because we all know the message. You just need to spread it as much as possible. Yes.
Of course. Well, thank you very much. It
My
was
pleasure.
a pleasure to have you.
Happy to talk to you guys.
And
Merci beaucoup.
Finger crossed for tonight.
I hope.
I wish you all the best, and
Thank
we
you
will
very
be
much.
at the party tonight.
We will see later.
Yeah.
Later
Okay.
today.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Merci. Thank you very much.